Hey there, let's talk about quiet confidence. For the longest time, I thought confidence meant being outgoing, speaking up first, taking charge, always being sure of yourself. And because I wasn't like that, I thought something was wrong with me. But maybe you can relate. Maybe you've been told you're too quiet or that you need to come out of your shell as if who you are isn't already enough. But the truth is, quiet people have their own kind of power. It's just not always loud enough for the world to notice right away. Quiet confidence isn't about being the most talkative in the room. It's about being grounded in who you are, even when no one else sees it. It's the way you listen deeply, the way you observe before you speak, the way you show up with thoughtfulness rather than noise. Sometimes people mistake quietness for weakness, but you and I both know that holding yourself together when you want to fall apart takes so much strength. You might not be the first to volunteer your ideas, but you think deeply, you feel deeply, and when you finally speak, it means something. I used to envy people who seemed so sure of themselves, like they just walk into a room and own it. Meanwhile, I was overthinking whether my hello sounded weird. But as I grew older, I realized quiet confidence isn't about being the loudest, it's about being anchored. You can be calm and still be sure of yourself. You can be gentle and still be powerful. You can be quiet and still be confident. Those things are not opposites, they can coexist. Think about it. The ocean doesn't need to roar to be strong. Mountains don't need to shout to be majestic. And you don't need to change your nature to be enough. There's beauty in your stillness, there's meaning in your quiet, and there's confidence in simply knowing who you are, even if you never say a word about it. You know what else I've learned? Quiet confidence often comes from self trust. It's that inner whisper that says, I've been through enough to know I can handle what's next. It's choosing peace over attention. It's not needing validation to know your worth. It's doing the right thing, even when no one is watching. And that takes so much maturity because it's easy to talk big, but it's not easy to be grounded, to hold yourself steady when life shakes you. So if you've been called too quiet or too shy, please know those words don't define you. Being soft spoken doesn't mean you're weak. It means you have restraint, you have awareness, you think before you act, you feel before you speak, and you choose your moments with intention. That's strength, that's wisdom. And honestly, quiet confidence can be disarming in the best way because when you walk into a room and you're calm, people feel it. They notice your presence without you having to demand it. They sense your steadiness, your ease. It's not about being intimidating, it's about being at peace. You don't need to compete, you don't need to perform. You're just there, authentically, fully. There's this quote I love. It says, confidence is silent, insecurities are loud. And it's true, isn't it? The most confident people aren't the ones constantly talking about how confident they are. They're the ones quietly doing what they know is right and letting their actions speak for them. You don't need to announce your worth, you just need to believe it. So if you've been doubting yourself lately, if you've been feeling like you fade into the background, remember this: you don't have to be louder to be seen. You just have to be true. Quiet confidence is a different kind of strength, but it's the kind that lasts. It's not built on applause, it's built on peace. It's not about proving, it's about knowing. And if no one's told you this lately, you're doing better than you think. You don't have to match anyone's energy. You don't have to force yourself to be outgoing. You can lead with kindness, listen with care, and move at your own rhythm. Because the world doesn't need more noise. It needs more people who are grounded, calm, and real. People like you. So the next time someone says you're too quiet, just smile. Because what they're really seeing is grace. And grace is strength that doesn't need to shout. I'm really proud of you, for being who you are, for trying even when no one notices, for showing up. You're not invisible. You're not behind. You're just growing in a quieter way. And that's beautiful. I'm so glad you're here with me today. I hope something in this space reminded you that your quiet strength, your sensitivity, and the way you care so deeply are all things to be proud of. Until next time, take care of your heart, okay? Rest when you need to. Heal at your own pace. Keep believing that you are becoming someone worth knowing. Keep speaking kindly to yourself.